course, the big news today was the tumult about tariffs once more. As I had said a week or two ago, July 9 was stated clearly as the deadline should just be ignored. And sure enough, like 72 hours beforehand, the administration came out. It's like, August 1. I fully expect on July 29 to be like, September 1. And they're just going to kick the can down the road in perpetuity. There have been some letters going out today, evidently, with random capitalization and talking about, hey, country, you're going to pay these tariffs. The market doesn't seem too fazed by it. If this were April 8th and these letters were going out, I guess we'd be down 800 points on the ES. But as it is now, it's like, we're down fractionally, just a little bit. But yeah, Taco wins again. They just move the goalposts as always. So it was supposed to be literally the day after tomorrow, and now it's like push back into August. So we shall see. We got a late start on the show today, so I'm going to go at a brisker pace than normal. We'll catch up on charts a little bit, but the good news is that we have no holidays until September. Yay! So we'll get 5 days with each other week after week. So beginning with this,
of course, Ryan Grace is in the house with us today, and if you want to come join us, hop over to YouTube, type in Tasty Live, come to our channel, give us a like, and subscribe to our videos because it helps us immensely. More importantly, just come chat with us live because we'll be taking questions throughout the show. Whatever you got questions on, from strategies, concepts, trade ideas, trade management, whatever, just come hang with us for the next hour of the day. My favorite hour of the day, I get to spend with my guys, Mike and Ryan. Ryan, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing well. It's good to be back here in the studio.
I know.
Guys. Yeah.
We got blessed with a Friday, 4th of July. It's always like,
Yeah, middle of the week.
Middle of the week kind of throws it. Yeah, it makes it not as good. Thursday would be fine, but we should keep Friday, 4th of July. Somehow we should
like
keep
that.
Yeah, but we all went separate ways for the weekend, and we found our way back for the studio show.
I couldn't wait to get back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So think about it all weekend.
You're sitting in Michigan, just drinking Oberon. You're like, God, I can't wait for that 11 a.m. slot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good.
Thinking about what I was going to say, what we'll put on the slides, on my mind the entire time.
I get it. I see red on the screen.
I know, it's the first one ever.
Oh, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it happened really on Friday, the half-day session. Mm-hmm. E-minis were down like 50 and change at one point. And rallied into the weekend. You had all sorts of, it seems like anytime anything like any sort of dip happens, we're back to kind of the Trump pump. We had the Trump dump. So we had him talking about, not looking at the stock market, this Joe Biden's economy, blah, blah, blah. Now we're back to like the Trump pump where if something, a little micro dip on the charts, you get, tariff headlines or some sort of kind of pumping of the market. It seemed like that was kind of the recipe this weekend. You had a little bit of a sell-off on Friday while markets were closed, stocks were closed. It was just the futures trading. And then you had, tariffs getting pushed back, tariffs getting done. I guess we have some tariff announcements that are happening like momentarily right now. I think it was 12 Eastern, which is right now 11 a.m. Central Time. He's sending out those letters, the tariff letters. Snail mail, baby.
It's the future.
We're going back to the future.
Yeah.
Coal is back, no more EV subsidies.
Guess not. Yeah, I'll see if we can get some live data. But if anyone in the YouTube chat has live data coming in or live news, let us know. Because we are streaming live on the Tasty Live YouTube channel. You can throw in your trade ideas, questions along the right-hand side chat.
Yes.
I got the Tasty Crypto newsletter pinned to the top of the chat. So go sign up for that for free.
What's up with the chat, though, now? I see there's an update to YouTube, possibly.
Yes.
We've got number 1, number 2. Is that who's leading in the chat?
Yeah, these are the kings and queens of the Tasty.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is a Google thing, too, now. So, they do, a ranking. I don't know if it's I have to read up on it more. I have in my many tabs that are open currently on my computer, I have an article that I have to read about it. But I think it's some sort of combination of not only watch time, but comments and that's.
Oh, there's a whole algorithm.
Yeah, so there's a whole algorithm. And I know.
But it resets daily, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
because you can be the king or queen for the day, and then if you actually have to, if you have to go do stuff another day, you lose that title.
You got to show up, maintain it, really prove that you're a dedicated chat member.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking into ways that we can kind of incorporate this a little bit more.
I like this. This is fun.
Pretty cool. It's a good idea. I mean, got to reward the chat peeps.
Indeed. Bitcoin down, but still around 110K. So I don't know. It's like that thing where it's like, ooh.
It's coiling, as you would say, Mikey.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's like that meme where the line of people trying to get Bitcoin when it's down to like 30K, there's no one there. And then it's like about 100K and the line's like out the door. It's incredible.
Yeah, as you'll see, not much has changed week over week from the last time we did the show or when we had our weekend update. But we'll talk through that in a moment.
Very nice. I'll give a quick little market update. E-minis are down 34. We were down about 40 at one point about 15 minutes ago. That was kind of the low of the session here. A relatively wider session compared to what we've been seeing. Everything's been pretty much straight up. We've had a little bit of two-sided action today. NASDAQ down 110. Nothing like huge movement besides Tesla. Obviously, you saw the Elon Trump spat 2.0. Round two of that going down. You've got Tesla down 21 and change right now. Apple was another one that was like kind of weak. It started up on the day. It's now down $1.55. You have Amazon going the other way, up 75 cents. Meta has kind of been stronger today too, 7.23. Nvidia as well, selling off a little bit, but not a ton of volatility in any of these names. Not a ton of movement here. Just kind of a chop fest. Dow down 318. You've got the Russell down 20. So everything down, between 0.5% and 1%. It's a very, very much a nothing day today. Volumes continue to be abysmal. They were abysmal last week. They're continuing that here. It's very much summer trading, it seems. Oil up a tiny bit, 67.65. We're up 65 cents. Volatility in oil has just been absolutely smashed. It's back down to, the lower end of where it's been trading relative to the whole Middle East kerfuffle. Volatility futures up small. They did get into a 19 handle into Friday's kind of
Estee Lauder EL, which admittedly has lost the majority of its value already. But this looks to me like one of those long slogs that goes on for years, a whole series of lower lows and lower highs. China, FXI, which is actually up a teeny bit today, kind of surprisingly, but I actually increased my short position on this today. Halliburton, HAL, zooming in, and there's the stop loss on that one. HIMS, HIMS, zoom in here, tightened up the stop on this like so. Bang, just above Thursday's high. Nike, this is a new one, NKE, beneath that big right triangle pattern right there. So there's the, it's a pretty wide stop on this, way up at that peak. On semiconductor, you can see kind of a theme here. There's definitely some semiconductors from place to place. 57.13 is my line limit on that one. A few more. Pepsi's back, PEP. This one had broken below this beautiful top and had retraced. I've gotten back into that one. The cubes, got a good price on these earlier today. Stop on this one, very simple, just above Thursday's high. And finally, probably my favorite, and the biggest one, TLT, the bonds. Zooming on here, tighten up the stop also, expanded the position. And I know you've heard it many times before, but I'm watching this pink zone here. I'm going to see if it can break below that zone. Because if it can, I think we'll have yet another extension of what is already a half-decade long bear market. And as I mentioned in the past, it's oftentimes people might look at a chart like this. It's a little deceptive because in your mind, the bottom isn't that far away because that's how the chart's scaled. And it's more helpful in a situation like this so you can actually see, no, there's a lot of empty air under there. Zero is always the limit. And I think it's an interesting setup, not quite as huge as this one. And obviously we're down a lot already. But if we should break below that I think that'd be quite the big deal. And that, to put it, not to put too fine a point on it, but 82.88 is the actual level itself. And one other perspective on that would be this right here, U.S. Treasury bond futures, continuous contract ZB. And we can see top. The first of which didn't produce that tremendous a result. We had a small push down here, somewhat bigger one here, and this was the big kahuna where it was just like transforming. And now we're engaged in that kind of thing. I've talked so fast, we're actually going to end on time. Hallelujah. Last chart, and one you've seen before, but I just got to drive this home. I've got a lot of different flavors of this, a lot of different, some kind of equity divided by some kind of precious metal. It could be silver, gold, platinum, palladium, anything like that. And the first, the dividend, I guess it's called, it could be the Dow Jones Composite, the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500, doesn't matter. Equity divided by precious metal. They all look sort of like this. They all have prior rounded tops. They all have big falls following those rounded tops. And some, just by virtue of how far back they go in time, might be 2, 3, 4, varies. This one happens to be the Dow Composite divided by silver, which is still in progress and process. It hasn't finished yet. But should we break below the bottom of that semicircle, I'm without a. He's telling me to end. He's telling me to end the show. Back up. If we should break below that, then we'll have, I think, a hard fall. And so before all hell breaks loose again with this animal, I think I better go. But anyway, it's good to see you again, metaphorically speaking. And sorry if your eardrums just got bust. It wasn't planned. It wasn't part of the show. This is unscripted, as you can tell.
Be sure to check out our live stream weekdays, 7 to 10 a.m. Central Time.